What do you want? Another day? Please let me be. I will not be the same any more than I have long been. Seriously, what is gives? I do give all that I can, but man, you holding me in a stance that I cannot be. Please, you must see that I can be more if you let me. But the fact that you inject me, harass me, interrogate me, hold me for days, weeks, months, years, decades, lifetimes, it never ends. I'm telling you, this lie rhyme isn't all because I'm blind. I saw it firsthand. Man, they have a stance that I could rant about for hours at hand, and which I do. You know, they snooze on the fact I won't lose. I am the one who will bring the fact that therapy is far outmatching the fact it does no therapy. I'm sorry, but it seems this bond that I give to the song is all because of raw emotion. Straight giving you the notion no man should ever live behind walls for years at hand. It's not the proper stance. When you have a life, you give him the grand. No man will be held from this day forward. I know it. God has a movement that thee is proven through me, the Drew for double doozy. Who need be? Let them be. And then we see therapy was because of not this. We can have outbursts at moments, but the fact that you hold us eternally almost is what makes us do it again. We can't live our own ways. Do you think if I was this bad all my life, I would not be locked up already for that long? Why do you get to choose how long I get detained when a penalty has been given in a proper respects, like the 30 days I was sentenced? That's what I should live. If you choose therapy, then fine, let's do that. Again, on top of my 30 days of jail? Okay, we'll see how it goes. Let's not say that we don't want to give it a go. They said 30 days for an assessment that got prolonged. How many more times? I was in there for months before I had a privilege, just because they were assessing me. Now, what does that do to me? How can I be me if I'm not doing the things I do naturally? It doesn't let me be me. No, it doesn't. So, who do I become? The people around me. It's that easy. That's all that it is. So what, I'm going to go talk to the nurses for 12 hours for their whole shift? They don't know what they got into, honestly. They thought they'd be helping people, not secluding them, but promising to do this now that they've gone through the year training that it takes to do it, that was government funded. So who gives? If you want a career choice, that's it. I won't respect it, but if you got to do what you got to do, they need people. I wouldn't do it. I couldn't hold that, knowing what they are actually doing. But for the people getting involved in the beginning, you got to give your life away for this kind of ish. Or you don't, you know, you could choose a different road, but it's the $1 million question. That's what they tell me. That's why they do it. For the money. Why wouldn't you? I don't know. Why would you do anything? I know what I would do. I'd go back to when we were Amish people, saving the planet, not disrupting anything, not melting it with all our progression. We call it progression, but really, it's non-needed nonsense. We can bond with the natural therapies given from land. That's it. When will we realize it? I don't know. We gotta go on and on and on some more. Play it on. Like we all have it figured out. Virtual reality was supposed to be found. I don't know. What do we do at this point? We keep learning, progressing, doing as we're doing. Do we really care to be anyone else than who we really are? Then why do we prove ourselves at this bar that we work at? Possibly also find therapy in which we do that. But then why do we do other things? Like cook or build a house? I don't know. It's probably because we need them. But how do you explain, I'm sorry for the mention, this career, I'm sad to say, was a part of me. But to this day, I don't understand it. Fixing cars. It's an unnatural environment. Not for the car, but for the human doing the part. We decide as humans to fix this car to save the life of the car. But in retrospect, we are damaging ours. I didn't like it. I couldn't go on. I said I got my level 2. I know I can do it. Probably level 3 would have been hard to prove it, so I got out when I knew it. True. What do you do? I mean, when I was smoking weed at the job, it was because my boss was giving me slack. And it helped me, even working. Because you know what? That job has physical fatigue in it. And the weed helped me relax my muscles. Medication doesn't do that. Weed does it more naturally. It's supposed to be done from the weed, not the pill that you made. It's not the same. This is real therapy. Give it to the patients. They should have a choice at doing what they want. Hitting a bong, is that so wrong? I don't know. I've always felt it not so harming at all. So who can say that they would betray? I've never known a man who acted on weed as if they were some kind of criminal. I can't. But for years, that's what we depicted them as. Why is that? Because before that time, it was all right. So now we're just rediscovering the fact that we can let people at least try it. I mean, Canada legalized it. I mean, that was after I took the stand at providing people with the plant. Did I know it was bad? I didn't know marijuana was bad. I never known it to be bad. But was it selling it bad? How can selling it be bad if the plant, I mean honestly, a plant is not bad? I'm not selling it to make money. I grabbed an ounce. I went to my parties. I collected a bunch of fives because that's all people wanted. Pitch on the spliff. And that's it. I mean, you got people that are marijuana users who at least grab quarter pounds for personal use. I stuck to the ounce because you know what? I went through about 2 G's a day. But if I had more time, I'd probably go through about 4 or 5 on the weekends. So I was grabbing pretty often, even 2-3 times a day. But it never felt to me that I would pay a price in the end. I knew what I was doing was naturally a God-given presence. And I felt that way. And even though I was punished, and I paid my fines, and I did all that I need to, I never felt the wrong way. And why should I? Because to this day, they have it in the stores. It's as if they betrayed me. But they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to magically say we were wrong, we shouldn't have doubted you. The low guy. Who cares anymore? I won't hold any burden. Because you know what? It won't go served. Naturally, from my own performance. I could say all that I want. They'll still call me the same. But I know God sees me differently. And that's the game I play. I put it in God's hands. And I have all the faith that I need. I am great. The great and choosy. You will know my name. Drew Fo Double Deuce. I deuce, dose, and dose. Till the day I'm through. Thank you very much. I do it till the day I snooze. And that ain't gonna be for a while. This one going all night. We wild. What do you want to do? You know what I want to do? I want to choose to be the coolest dude in the world. And that's what I'm going to do. I can prove that, or I can just continue to do as I'm doing, because I'm already, as you so knowingly be, the coolest, the truest, the ruliest, Drew Fo Double Deuce. Thank you. Okay, so now what? I got the club lit up. I know I leave early, so they call me the party starter. But if I got a touch from the love from above, I could go longer. I know I'm on it. I could relay my God-given proven performance. But I don't do it. It's not what the kids with. But soon they'll choose it. I know there's people out there who feel the movement. We are losing Earth, B. People are destroying the world. And it's not like we don't know the cure. What could possibly cure the world? With more plants on the earth. I'm sure it would help. Instead of building buildings all around, we don't need it now. We gotta go back to when the world was warmed normally, not heated from metal and the asphalt in the ground. I know people out there are willing. We need it now. Let's do it. I'm not losing this battle. The war will rage over, I need at least minimum wage. I need to have my days. But if you give it to God, the days will be in peace for eternity. When we figure out all we have to do is leave our jobs and put seeds in the ground. Come on now. We gotta do it. Be the chosen. Be thy movement. Know that we can't lose. We will do it. I believe in you. Come on now. Let's do this. What do you want to know now? How I'm doing? I'm fine, thank you. And I've proven that for time now. You're the only person who's asked me that question more times than any other person except my mom. And you know what? From her, it's enough. Because she actually worth telling it. But you people just search for an answer to prove me wrong. Why would you do that when I was getting along with you from the beginning and you turned the song against me? That's brutal, man. Don't mention me on my absolute saying that I proved to get through because of your help. Fact of the matter is, you never helped me with shit. I did it on my own. All you did was false therapy me and make me gain all kinds of weight when at most I was 10 pounds. I've been 200 pounds ever since I was in hospital. I was 190 before that for the longest time. I can't lose the medication weight no matter how hard I try. And now I'm putting it back on. Because I relayed these songs instead of getting my sleep. So what do you see wrong? The fact that the man stays up. Who gives a what? He's got something to do. Maybe he has other things to do in the day, and it just makes sense that he's going to do this part at night. Because the other things can't be done at this time. Okay, so I'm going to do it. You can't tell me anything that I'm doing is wrong. If I don't want to sleep, or if I can't, I'm not going to. How do you make a person live his life undeservingly, giving you the righteous effort that you know the earth needs, Mr. St. Joseph, and all that people influenced and believe that they are doing the right thing for that hospital? I am sorry to say, I don't believe you. I think you're in it for the money. I think you know you would rather feed people decent food than inject them with therapy. Charge their OHIP as much as you do for therapy. That isn't food. That is the sickest thing. The food you serve needs to be reconsidered. Honestly, where do you put your worth as a rehabilitation center? Make the people pay for it. Take the $140 back, not even all of it. Take enough of that check and put it into good food. I know it doesn't seem like much, but the people will do it. If you stay at hospital right now, you get $140 a month for allowance. It's like $5 a day. It's not much, but they would give you that $1 a day, I guarantee, for a home-cooked meal over that frozen bullshit. Because don't lie to me. Mental illness is a billion-dollar industry. It's just they don't market it because they don't want anybody to know the bullshit behind it. Who do you see yourself as? A normal person? Now, can I ask you, your depiction of normal, is that the same for everybody? Are you the definitive answer of normal? Or could there possibly be something different about you? And I'm not saying some people are more different or less different than other people, but a characteristic to depict someone being sane is not normal. People can act any which way they want in this day and age as long as they don't hurt no one or thing. But the fact of the matter is, when you are holding someone in a prison for as long as you do, the sickest things you do to that person, you don't call that therapy. Because you're not doing much. You have a couple recreational therapists, play cards, take them to a movie, make them leave early from the Hamilton Bulldogs game because they have curfew. What the fuck's that, man? That's bullshit. 22-year-old kid in hospital. Golden years of his life. Rather than being with his people, he's getting injected and harassed and the bullshit he sees, bro. Couldn't believe it. I wanted to explode. Naturally, anyone would. Because they've already served their time, and that's some bullshit being heard. The fact that I've gone on for nearly 6 years. This April will be 6 years, the 24th. I can't stand it no more, man. They make me go on and on and on with their bullshit. I don't want to hear it. I ain't gonna do it. Still, to this day, I don't know why I ever knew a place like this could exist. They hide it so well, but they drug the people so much that they don't even tell anyone. They can't at this point, because no one will believe them. They're fighting against therapy. They can hit you from so many angles, and they do it because they are sick like that. They are losers. It's all going to turn on them. People should serve their therapy in equivalence to what their sentencing is. It doesn't take years to cure somebody. If they come back, then redo it. That's all you're doing. You're doing the same thing every single day for years, but nothing's getting proven. Holding people in a cage is not healing. Poking me in the arm with God knows what is disapproving. I don't have a choice. I have to do it. If I don't, they'll hold me inconclusively for however long they want and call it indefinitely. But I have seen the people who should be gone spend their years inside that hospital. And the second they take meds, they get out, of course. But they didn't change mentally. They were the same person. It's the meds that make them therapy. Because the meds fuck you up. And that's what they take care of. So naturally, they'll do that so they can make a profit and keep you longer. And always have you at their knees. As if there's some kind of honor. I hate you, and that's a strong word. I don't throw it out there often. I hold my back. I hold myself back from saying that. But it is just the only word. Shame on you, St. Joseph. You are disturbing. I can't get enough of wanting to not ever know you. But you stuck your face in my life for so long. 6 years, and I'm gonna be 28. What's that, like almost 20%? A fifth? More than that. It's over 20%. Because I'm not 30. 5 times 6, we all know. I'm not 30, I'm 28 in April. Over a fifth of my life, I will never get back. I wrote an album. I got 2 levels of education. I did every single program except for one because it was 8 months long. And you know what I did? As I stated before, and I showed you, I got 2 levels of education done in what? 6 months? And I used it, and I had a job, and I got paid for it? That's my kind of 8-month program. I did that in 6 months. And try to tell me my dialectic behavior is off. I don't care. Because you know what? I can hold sanity when I need to. Thanks to me being a little bit more mature after realizing I have now been sentenced to 30 days for not appreciating the fact that she let me go on for 2 months after I laid that threat. And I didn't resolve it. I got cocky with it. So she used it against me. Was I wrong? Okay, fine. We can admit it. I was wrong. But you people made me mentally ill. Sickest bullshit. I guarantee you, if that girl knew the bullshit I went through for that threat, she wouldn't have called the police. She would have at least that much respect. I'd like to tell her the whole story and see what she says. I guarantee you, she'd forgive me. It wasn't that bad. We'll never know that. Honestly, I could have done the 30 days. I was down for that. I had an unorthodox plan to quit smoking, and it worked. I did. Until you realize, now that you've been locked in hospital, and you have privileges to finally go outside after how long? I don't even know, like 7 months, it felt like. Honestly, there is nothing to do, and everyone around you realizes that. And we can't just always be eating food from the cafeteria. At least at school, you went to class, or you went to the fields and smoked some grass. That's what people do. They don't hurt people if they're on a little bit of some natural, God-given presences. Alcohol's iffy. Personally, It just makes me sleep. I don't do a lot of it. But if I want to go to the bar, well, that's all there is. So I do it, and then I'm passed out by 12. I'm getting the same cab home that someone took to get there. Honest to God. But then again, they named it after me. They came up to me and asked me, what do you want to name this club? We want to give you the name of the club. And I told them, and they gave that to me. They even drew it the same way I asked them to. How thoughtful could they be? Could that mean at one point I was a nice person? Possibly. It sure makes them look like that. But why would they do that to me? I'm dishonor. I'm therapied. On top of that, I shouldn't even be drinking. Are you kidding me? With the shit you're sticking me, I gotta get that shit out of me. I'm counter-reacting all that BS. However I see fit. No one's gonna tell me any less. I don't care what you want. Don't hurt people. Be honest. Medication does not solve any of this. Some people don't want it. And if you listen this far, thank you. Honestly, I appreciate it. Drew for double dose. God bless you. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.